For 2 weeks out of the year, children from our area make their way to Camp Can-Do in Mount Gretna, PA to experience a week of fun, but more importantly to develop strong relationships and friendships with others that are currently battling cancer.
This was my first visit to Camp Can-Do. The first thing that hit me was the spirit that was in the kids. It's very uplifting. It's a chance for kids who are affected by cancer just to be normal kids, and they're really there to support each other, and it was very moving to be a part of that.
One of the special things about the camp is the way they welcome the individuals there, because, you know, when a parent first finds out their son or daughter has cancer, it's a terrible thing. And then all of a sudden, someone recommends that you send them away for a week. That's really the last thing that might be going through your mind. But I can tell you what happens when these kids walk in there. They're greeted by people that have been there before. They had cancer, they've been through it. They know how to greet the children, they know how to talk to them, they know how to make them feel comfortable, and of course make them smile.
It's scary your first time because you know you're sick, you know that there's something wrong with you, and you come in and you see other kids just like you, and within that first day, you're just back to being a normal kid. You're back to being yourself. And then by the end of the week, you're crying because you don't want to go home.
They had so many activities going on that day. They had everything from Zumba classes to hip-hop dancing to fishing.
They're just great. They just jumped right in, knew the steps right away, and they were great. They were great. They had lots of enthusiasm. They're my heroes. Everything they've gone through, they're great kids.
You did great. You sweated a lot more than me, though, I'll tell you that. I got to get as good as you.
The lunch was one of the highlights. The kids all get together. There was about 65 kids at camp when we were there, and they all come together into the dining room.
The lunchroom was just like you would expect. Lots of laughter, a lot of noise. The kids were just going back and forth with each other. They even actually sang songs. They were having a lot of fun.
Bless this food. Come, O Lord, and sit with us. May our hearts flow with peace. Come with your love and surround us.
After lunch, all the kids got together and they sang different songs with the acoustic guitar player. And just the spirit that these kids had, you would not know that any of them are fighting for their lives.
It's so good to know I got a friend like you.
They're just being kids. And I think that's the one thing that we can give that really can make a difference in their lives.
The whole key is if you can make a kid laugh for 5 minutes, laughter, it heals you. And that's the main goal, is to really just, you know, have them laugh, have a good time, and just love them unconditionally.
The most important part of this whole camp is people helping people, kids helping other kids, people who were there before willing to come back to share their experience, their strengths and their hopes with the other children.
The one thing that stands out was meeting it. You know, even before I met this kid, Matt, he looked like this big, tough guy there. And all of a sudden, he started talking to us. And as we talked to him, I quickly realized he was a cancer survivor.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! All right! All right!
He was there for one reason only, to give back, because he told us that when he was at camp, it changed his life.
It made me feel that cancer doesn't stop you, and it doesn't. It doesn't change who you are at all. It makes you stronger. Like you can defeat anything. And this was the place that taught me all of that. And I come back because so I can teach kids that it's okay to battle. It's okay to fight. It's okay to have cancer. You're not different. You're just like any other kid, and that's what this camp is all about. I'm here to touch lives. That's why I'm here, and I love it. I love it.
And the children here are having a ball making, right now, duct tape projects. These kids look so forward to coming to camp every year. And we have lots and lots of different projects and supplies. Duct tape is not the only project. We do t-shirts, and we do jewelry and binders and
anything that they can do to decorate themselves or their cabins for our different themes every year. And the kids love arts and crafts, so they usually wind up here a couple times a day.
This is not something you get out of a book. These are life experiences that these people are having and sharing with one another that brings joy and laughter and a good sense of spirit.
The most touching moment that I had was meeting a 8-year-old girl named Tori who just came off chemotherapy. I mean, this girl is maybe no more than 4 feet tall. She's bald, but she's the happiest person I've ever met in my life. To think of just having to deal with constant shots, and the chemo is just basically putting poison into your body to kill out such an awful disease, and to see how sick she's been and just how happy she is for this 1 week of camp, it touches my heart.
Some of these kids haven't been out of the hospital in 6 months. One girl in my cabin actually just came here for 6 months. She's in the infirmary a lot, but she has loved every second of it. She got dressed up today for her pictures and loved it. She's the happiest she's probably ever been in 6 months.
Highlights of my day was when we went down by the water and there was a young man there. Initially he had a hard time threading the reel, and I helped him thread it a little bit. And he went to shoot the reel out, and I got so excited for him. I said, oh my goodness, let him catch a fish. The words didn't even get out of my mouth, and the fish came flying out of the water, and we were just shocked.
The joy and the gratitude and the wonderful spiritual experience that the children and we as people who go down there into this camp enjoy is not measurable. We want to certainly take the opportunity to thank everybody in the room and everybody who serves on this Board of Ambassadors for their generosity of their time, their money, and their effort, and certainly of their good spirit and their spirit of hope.
A chance to have all the fun that other children have without the pressure and the stigma of fighting cancer is a very special gift, and we can do that right here. All of us together can make a difference tonight. Send one kid to camp and you'll change his life forever.
When you take a look at the faces of these children and the smiles, they're not only on their faces, they're in their hearts, because they appreciate life and they appreciate what other people are doing for them. Last year we were fortunate that 41 people stood up and donated a week of camp. We're hoping this year to surpass our goal, and we're hoping to get 50 weeks of camp donated.
You just can't help getting a good feeling inside knowing that you're partly responsible for the smile on the children's faces. Past, present, and future supporters of Camp Can Do, you can be very confident that all you're giving is fully appreciated, and you are really helping making a young child with cancer smile.
It's worth it. To see the smiles on their faces, it's worth it.